when you want to record an effect, there are a couple of different ways that you can go about it. This console has a pretty powerful effects engine, or you can do some really simple things, as we've done previously in this second cue list. This second cue list was very simply a chase where we just recorded in a bunch of steps, sent a bunch of times, made them automatically follow, and the last one looped back to the first one. So that if I actually trigger it, let's go to 10 in and do all of the follows, you can see a very simple chase happening. The problem with this chase is that in order to manipulate its speed, I would actually have to manipulate these levels. And that's not actually something I can do easily live, because as soon as I do it, if I'm not quick enough, see if I can do it when it goes past and change it to 1. Okay, there we go. Phew. So it's not exactly an easy way of controlling a chase. So what we need is a better way to do it. Now there is far better ways of controlling and running chases on this console. So let's have a bit of a look at how we do them. I'm going to release this cue list. Now I've done that by actually right-clicking on the cue list, and that's one of the options there. I'm going to create another new one. Now in this cue list, I want to grab, let's see, I'll grab those 3 lights, those 3 lights, and those 3 lights. And I want them to do a chase. Alright, so you'll see here, S10 effects. If I just go and double click on that, you'll see that a thing's popped up here on the screen that says new intensity effect. Click on that and I get a whole choice of various different things. Alright, now a square wave wrap is a very unusual way of saying chase. Alright, there he is. There's our chase. This is our little 9-point segment chase. Very simple. I can record that into our main cue list, and there she is running there. So very, very simply, I have a chase. This chase, when you'll see that here on the screen I've actually got the ability to select the effect that's running, and that window is actually turned on up here on display, and it's called running effects. So if you don't see that window, you just jump up to display and turn it on. This thing here, I can now actually control the speed of it. Alright, so I'm just dialing back the rate now, and the rate's now at 34%. And there, if you hit S10, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of other things that you can toggle through and play with to actually set to adjust the parameters of this chase. For the moment, I'm going to leave rate at 100%. Alright, and there's a chase. Alright, just like before, when we used the ability to trigger and release a cue list in the middle of our show on cues 9 and 10, you can do the same thing for starting and stopping this particular cue as a separate cue list. Alright, now I'm going to release this cue list. I'm going to make another one. New. Alright, now in this cue list I'm going to do pretty much exactly the same thing I did here. So starting with, just so I can get the numbers again, I'll just start this cue again. So it's 42 through 44, alright. Release that cue list. So, same group of 9 channels. Okay, those, I'll do exactly the same thing again. Intensity effect. Okay, new intensity effect, square wave wrap. Okay, and record that into Q1 of this list. And there she is. Exactly the same effect. This time I'm going to just manipulate one of the other functions. Alright, so one of the functions of, oops, I just double clicked on that. Let's just escape out of that window. One of the functions of this particular effect is times. Now, If I change this times block here to 2, you'll see that there are actually more than one item chasing in our little group of 9. Okay, that's another little chase. It's slightly different, but it's the same kind of thing as our first chase. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I'll keep that one. No worries. Let's release that queue list and do another one. New. Let's do exactly the same group of 9. Another intensity effect, another square wave wrap. This time we're going to change the block size. Oops, I double clicked on that. Actually, I want a block size of 2. Okay, so what this is doing is it's actually putting 2 lights and chasing it through this snake sequence here. We won't stop at that. We'll do something else as well. We'll change the span. Let's see what that does. Okay. And what we've got now is a different chase again. Okay. So very, very simply, by modifying all of these different parameters that we have here, we can get completely different random looking flashing looks. Oh, there you go. There's a pretty good one that's just flashing all over the place. Have a bit of a look at the stage. And you can see that's a pretty random, yet not random, busy looking chase. Very good for dance school season. Alright, so I'll record that one into Q1 of this queue list. So I've got 3 different chases here, 3 different, completely different chases that are in 3 different queue lists. Alright, that are now ready to be triggered whenever we need them to be triggered.